Thanks for tuning in to another video, and for today I have the KOSPET Tank M4, which is the successor to the Tank M3. Makes sense, right? And today I'm going to do a unbox, and I'll do a quick comparison between the Tank M3, just to tell you a couple of the highlighted differences. And there's a couple of features here listed. We'll go over that in just a moment, but let's open this thing up and see what's inside. Okay, so let's get this open here. Nothing in the top. And I like when they have just a little extra on the unbox, some messages and some things inside. Some extra things to kind of find. So that's nice, if you can see that. Let's open this guy up. Okay, so should we go through the watch first or the charger? Let's go through the watch. Let's get this out here. There's nothing else in here. Maybe just some papers, but we'll get to that in a minute. This feels... So I equate weight with quality, and so this really feels nice, honestly. I like a big, durable, big, bulky watch. That's my state of mind here. And I like when it's super durable to match that look. So let's get this open here. Wow, this does feel pretty well built, honestly. I mean, look at this. All right, let me undo this. Okay, now that strap's undone here, let me just show you the difference. The bezel is a little raised here, so that gives you a little extra protection, if you can see that. 10 atmospheres. You got the 4 buttons again. Actually, it's very flat on the back. You got the charging pins back here. And you have a 22mm standard band here. And any bands that you have on for the Tank M3 are usable for this one. Again, 22mm band on both of them. So let's power this thing up, right? Okay, that's kind of cool. That little intro there kind of hints to that this does have offline maps, which is a big upgrade from the M3. But we're going to do English here. Let me just boot this up. Actually, you know what? I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Let me just go through the rest of the box first, right? Sometimes I get a little excited when I do these unboxes. Oh, alright. Nice charger there. So that's just going to go on like this. And actually, I kind of like this. I'd rather wireless charging, but, you know, the pins are more efficient and they generate less heat, so technically they're better. But this I could just have on my nightstand here, and then I could just lay this down. It's got a USB-C right over here. And I could just lay that down, and I know it's charging. I don't have to kind of line it up and then put it down gently to make sure it stays there. So actually, I like that. I could just have this down on the table, and there you go. So that's kind of cool. Okay, let's see. Anything else? I think we got probably a cord, and we got some papers in here. Love it. Okay. A little bit of an advertisement there. This is the quick start kind of guide here, and it kind of walks you through a couple of things, but you know, we're not here to read the instruction manual, so let's move on. You do got a little charger here, and let's see here, USB-A to USB-C. Now I just also wanted to show you, again, this was the charger for the Tank M4. This was the charger for the M3. So the USB-C, and it's got those little pogo pins there, and it's just a little harder to get this on, and when you're settling the watch down, it came off every once in a while. I mean, the magnet's pretty strong, but still, I like this one much better than this. So I think that's an upgrade. What do you think? Put it in the comments. Okay, so I have a few more things to show you on the unboxing. So I have 2 bands here. Let me show you what these look like. These are leather bands that are available for an extra charge on the website. And one of these is brown, and one of these are black. So let me just show you what these look like. So this is the brown leather strap, and let me just show you what it looks like on the watch. Okay, this is, again, the brown leather strap. Comes with the standard clasp. Let me show you the black one. Okay, this is the black one, and you can just see the different stitching that's available there. So that kind of looks sharp. Let me show you what it looks like on the watch. Hang tight. And this is what the black one looks like. Again, the standard clasp there. Looks pretty sharp. Looks pretty nice with the black watch, I think. Let me know in the comments, which one do you like? And I have one more thing to show you that is an accessory, but a very cool accessory, so hang tight. This is the power pocket. Let's open this up and see what it is. Okay, so this does come with, again, the USB-A to USB-C charging cable, and it's orange, which is kind of cool. This is the orange like the Tank M3. And then you get a lanyard with it, and I will show you why you get this. So if you look here, there is a little hole in here so that you could put the lanyard in there, and then you can carry this on your neck or whatever you want to do. You could also attach this to your keychain or something like that, because this is a charger, but it is actually a portable battery charger. This has an 850 milliamp hour battery, and the Tank M4 has a 500 milliamp hour battery. So you're going to get a charge and a half just with this thing. So you could charge this, fully charge your watch, and you could be gone for weeks and weeks without needing a charger. Let me show you how this compares to the original charger. So if you look here, they're the exact same dimensions. Look at that. Really, the only difference is this one's orange and this one is black. Now, if you look at the bottom of these, this one just says charging base. This is the one that comes with the watch. This is the additional accessory, but you can see here, it says 850 milliamp hour battery, which is really awesome. So this will charge just like this, and no problem there. It's going ahead and charging right now. It already has a charge on it, so that's pretty awesome. I actually don't know why other watchmakers haven't thought of this. You could have a little charger here, same size as this one. This could be on your nightstand charging, and this one you could just, I mean, look how small this thing is. You can throw this in your pocket. You have the lanyard to put it around your neck if you want, but that's an awesome idea. So this is available as an accessory. I don't know the price because it's not available just yet. This is a pre-order model, but check out the website if you are interested. And if I get the link, I will put it in the description. I did cheat just a little bit, and I added this in later. That's why you saw the watch face when I was showing you the different bands. But I'm going to show you how this setup went. And you know it's successful, so that's good news, right? So stay tuned to the rest of the video, and I'll show you how to pair this with the new app that you need. Okay, so there is a new app for the Tank M4. It's not KOSPET Fit anymore. It is APEXMOVE. So hopefully we're going to get a lot of new features on this. So let's open it up. Okay, let me sign into this thing. So after I signed in, it does ask me if I'm male or female, and it asks me my weight, and it asks me my birthday, little things like that. But it's nice right on the bat here, I can change the units, which I like. So I go into Imperial because I'm in the US, and that is the only system that I use. So let me enter a couple more information here that you don't really need to be privy to, so hang tight. Then we're up to this screen now. Let's give them some permissions, and we got to add our watch. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, it's connecting to the, we're going to pair it. You can see that. Activate it now. Might as well, right? So let's keep going here. This is our settings here. We're not going to go through everything right now. I'll play with this a little bit, figure it out, and then you know I do my detailed how-to videos where I'll show you all the features, all the hidden stuff, how to change everything, how to customize everything. So that's all coming. But again, offline map, that's pretty important here. And we got a route and location, so that's great that we can do that. Right now, let's look at the watch here. So what's changed going from the M3 to the Tank M4? Where you went from 15 to 20 US military standard 810H certifications. So more durable, right? And higher numbers always better. And you go from 5 atmospheres to 10 atmospheres on the M4, which is nice. And the M4 does include 3 diving modes. Unfortunately, I will not test those out, so I'm just going to assume that they work. You go from 170 sport modes on the M3 to 180, probably not a big deal, right? The battery goes from 480 milliamp hours to 500 on the M4, which is, again, probably not a big deal. I thought the battery life was very good on the M3. It hopefully will be better on the M4. We'll test that out. So you get the same screen here. It's a 1.96-inch AMOLED display, and there's a resolution of 410 by 502. So you can see, I mean, that looks really sharp to me. I mean, the screen looked very nice last time as well. And you do get the same durability on this, which is an IP69K, which is a little bit better than 68, and also it protects against any steam or condensation or high pressure water on this. So if you're in a very humid area, some watches might get some condensation under the screen. This one will not. Also, sometimes the condensation messes with the buttons and things like that. Again, this is protected against that. The other nice thing about this, you're going to get a lot of fitness features on this. It's very durable. You're going to get a good battery life, but also you can make and take phone calls on this. And let me just go over some quick navigation here. We swipe down from the top. We got our toggles, and there's actually 2 lineups now, which is nice. And look at this. You can even add some, which is great. That's a lot of quick toggles you can put on there. We can get back. Now if we swipe up, we're going to get into our widgets. Now last time on the M3, I believe you swiped up and it just kept going, which is actually pretty nice because they're kind of stacked and you were able to go through them very quickly. This one might just take a little longer to go through them all, but again, I'll see what we can customize on this thing. If you go over this way, we're going to get our notifications. And if you swipe over this way, we're going to get into our apps. Let's get into the top here. This is basically the end. I just wanted to show you some of the apps that are included here. And let me see if I could do the buttons here so we don't block the screen. Now the M3 did have blood pressure measurement. I don't see that on here yet. Blood oxygen, stress, mood. Okay. All the standard stuff here, right? Again, we got Bluetooth calls. No LTE version on this, but I always have my phone with me, so I don't really care about that. And we got alarms, a calendar, we got a music, we got a calculator, which is nice. Not every watch has that. We got a barometric altimeter, which is nice. That's a little extra. We got the offline maps here. We got a nice compass. We got a temperature sensor, which is great. A flashlight, obviously. No, I'm not sure what that is. We'll work on that. We got an assistant. We'll see how that works. And then we get into our settings right here. So actually really nice. Feels very durable. So like I said, I'll get back to you in a little bit with my full review. So consider subscribing, turn on that notification bell, and you will be the first to learn when I do post some new videos. See you on the next video. Thank you for watching.